I didn't know he's a billionaire. That's crazy. Let's see this.
I'm about to interview two of the richest men in the entire world, and I'm not kidding. What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
Oh, this year we made $300 million at Ramsey.
300 million?
Yeah.
So are you a millionaire or a billionaire?
Probably a billionaire, yeah.
Wow. How did you get rich?
I sold the business completely in 2019. The company was valued at about $3.5 billion when we sold.
But that's not all, because in this video, I'm gonna be interviewing one of the most iconic, one of the highest paid actors in television history. It's Charlie Sheen. Who am I here with today?
Charlie Sheen.
You became one of the highest paid actors in television history.
So you do know who I am.
I do, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just did something absolutely insane, you guys. I just flew out to Nashville, Tennessee to interview two billionaires, two of the richest men in not just Tennessee, but the entire world. And Charlie Sheen, you guys. Who am I here with today?
Jimmy John.
And what was your business?
Jimmy John sandwiches.
So selling sandwiches made you a billionaire.
Selling sandwiches made me a billionaire.
And in this video,
That's
I'm gonna
crazy.
be asking them what it takes, what is the secret to become a billionaire and how to build generational wealth. So this video is about to be insane from start to finish, so stay tuned until the end. With that being said, let's get this video on the way.
Selling sandwiches made you a billionaire. It really goes to show anything, any idea can be converted from simple
All right,
to
you guys,
completely
we
crazy
just got to
billionaire.
Dave Ramsey's headquarters out here in Nashville, Tennessee. Listen, you guys,
Huge.
I don't think you realize Dave Ramsey is a billionaire. When you see these big buildings all around here, this campus,
owns it.
guys, he owns all the real estate here. He owns like $600 million, or I think like $800 million worth of real estate. I'm gonna ask him to see how much he actually owns and really the blueprint on what it takes to become a billionaire in today's world, you guys. So let's go meet up with the legend right now, Dave Ramsey, and go see what he has to say.
Dave,
How you doing, Dave?
James and team.
James. Nice to
James?
meet you, sir.
Good to meet you, sir.
We love all that you built, and you've been a big impact in the financial and in the business space, so it's super great to be here today.
Honored to have you guys.
Dave, I like to tell my guests I have one rule for all my interviews. There's no holding back. I need you to give them the blueprint on how to really build wealth and become millionaires in today's world. Can we make that happen?
I never hold back.
Let's go.
I didn't get here by holding back, dude.
I love that. What's your name?
My name, I'm Dave Ramsey.
And how did you get rich?
I've always been an entrepreneur,
You've been an entrepreneur.
my whole life.
Now, you've been a business owner for decades. What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
Oh, this year we made $300 million at Ramsey.
300 million?
Wow.
Yeah. God's been good to me.
So you do believe in God?
Amen.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. How did you find God?
In my 20s, about the time I was going broke, I do everything backwards. And so met him on the way up, got to know him on the way down.
How much real estate do you own today?
See, this campus is probably $650 million, probably $850 million or so.
You own $850 million worth of real estate.
Something like that.
It's all cash.
Oh, yeah, I don't borrow money. You heard the rumor, yeah.
So are you a millionaire or a billionaire?
Probably a billionaire, yeah. I don't really track it that close.
What are your thoughts on debt?
Well, we don't borrow money at all, ever, for anything.
But why? Think about the biggest companies in the world. Even Apple, they borrow money every single quarter. Why not take on that extra capital to scale even more?
It's risk. Debt equals risk. And the borrower is slave to the lender. And so we've gone slowly because we did it with organic cash. And so it took us a while. But then when something like a COVID hits, we don't go out of business.
How do you get the money to buy that property, though?
A little bit at a
Crazy.
time. I mean, the first time we bought this particular piece of acreage, it was $10 million for 48 acres a long time ago. And we didn't have the money to do anything with it. We just bought the dirt. And we said, someday we'll put a building on it when we've got the money. And we began to save and watch the cash flow, and the company was growing, and just kept dumping everything we made into this concrete thing here. And it turned out to be a really, really good investment.
Patience was...
That is such insane resilience. Wow, a lot of people would have borrowed so much money, be doing, no, it's wise, honey, it's wise. And then before you know it, like you just said, when something major worldwide hits and you go out of business, all your hard work that you've been building for years destroyed. So I do get it. I understand this. I think it's
Everything
wise.
we made, and watched the cash flow, and the company was growing, and just kept dumping everything we made into this concrete thing here, and it turned out to be a really, really good investment.
Patience was a very important ingredient to your success.
Yeah, and 2008, real estate was on sale. I had a bunch of cash then, and I bought a whole bunch of stuff at 15, 20 cents on the dollar. And I was buying a lot of really nice properties for nothing. So it was a great deal.
So when it comes to creating wealth in real estate, what is your best advice to somebody trying to become a real estate millionaire in today's world?
It's the opposite of what everyone else says, obviously. I'm going to tell you to pay cash and move slow. Interesting thing about real estate, when you don't have any debt on it, is it cash flows, like crazy cash flows, like lots of cash. And if you get one or two properties, pretty quickly they'll throw off enough cash to buy the third one. And then you get this positive snowball working in your favor. All this cash is coming at you, and you can move on out. So the hardest one is the first one, and the next hardest is the second one, and the next hardest is the third one. But if you buy good properties and they, you know how to manage them, and you get the cash coming in off of them, it'll lead you into another property.
I want to challenge you real quick. Take me back to the most life-changing conversation you ever had. What is the greatest advice you ever received throughout your career? career?
Nobody's going to come discover you.
Nobody's gonna come save you.
Nobody's going to come save you. Nobody's going to come discover you. The Lone Ranger's not coming. The Cavalry's not coming. That's just in the movies. You have to get up, leave the cave, kill something, drag it home. And by the way, tomorrow, you have to get up, leave the cave. And by the way, the next day, you have to get up, leave the cave, kill. And even if you don't feel good, shut up and go do it anyway. It's just this constant plotting. And then you add all that up and you get to stand here and I go, how did we get here? One tiny little step at a time. One tiny conversation at a time.
Do you think that's something that my generation struggles with?
I have about 600 of your generation on our team, and I think it might be the best generation I've ever led.
Why?
Because you guys grew up with this magic wand in your hand that if you push a button, stuff shows up on your front porch, or if you push another button, you can answer any question, or you push another button, anything you want is right there. And so I don't run into scarcity thinking much in Zs and millennials. Most of you guys are glass half full, and anything is possible because, by God, if you push a button, anything's possible, right? I mean, it's your DNA, the way you were brought up, and it's just wonderful. The thing y'all get accused of, which is inaccurate, I think, is this
laziness.
Entitlement thing. And of course, there's some idiots that are entitled, but the people in my generation were entitled. But I think what people get confused about, because everything's easy, y'all are always looking for an easy button instead of, and you want it fast. And the best barbecue is cooked the whole weekend, not in the microwave.
How old are you now?
65.
Dave, if me and you died tomorrow and you had one more guiding principle to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Follow God.
Who's your God?
Who's my God?
Yeah.
The one and only, the great I am, Jesus.
Jesus is king.
Jesus is king.
Amen,
You got
man.
amazing advice, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate
Pleasure
it.
to be with you.
Guys,
I'm
I
glad
just
he
interviewed
asked him that.
billionaire
Who's your
Dave
God?
Ramsey. And you know how he became a billionaire? It's simple. He invested his way to generational wealth. And that's the one key difference between all the billionaires and millionaires that I interview compared to everyday people. They all crack the code on getting their money to work for them while they sleep. With that being said, I need you to listen to me very carefully right now. On October 22nd, I'm doing something insane. Inside my private entrepreneur, guys, the time has now come. We are heading to go meet up with Jimmy John's, the billionaire founder that got rich selling sandwiches. Come on, you guys, let's go see what he has to say. All right, you guys, so we just got to Jimmy's house out here in Nashville, Tennessee. Look at the amount of land that this guy has out here, you guys. This house is worth millions, but this guy's worth billions. So we're gonna go meet another billionaire right now to figure out how he got rich. Come on. How you doing, Jimmy?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing good. It's great to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us out. We really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
that.
Rock and roll.
I got your colors on. You know that, right?
You got my colors on?
I got the red and white on. Come on. I had to come correct. I love the cross, by the way.
Yeah.
Now, I tell all the people that I interview,
Yeah.
I have one rule for my videos.
Yeah.
You're actually the 28th billionaire that I've interviewed on this channel. And
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this one because I love Jimmy John's.
Oh, right on.
But my rule is there's no holding back. We need to give the younger generation the secrets on what it takes to
Yeah.
build wealth and become a billionaire. Can we make that happen in this video?
You know, we can try. You know, let's give it a shot. You know, I mean, let's give it a shot.
Who am I here with today?
Jimmy John.
And what was your business?
Jimmy John sandwiches.
So selling sandwiches made you a billionaire.
Selling sandwiches made me a billionaire.
How many billions
Crazy.
did you make with Jimmy John's?
The company was valued at about $3.5 billion when we sold.
$3.5 billion.
Yeah, yeah.
When you first started this business, did you know that it was going to turn into the multi-billion-dollar empire that it did?
No. All I wanted was enough money for weed and beer. You know, I had no idea.
Were you a good student in school?
No, second to last in my class. I graduated. It was the worst.
But you didn't let that define you.
Oh,
Why not?
I'm the only billionaire from my class. I'm just fine, right? I did just fine.
I'm going to challenge you right now.
Yeah.
As a billionaire, take me back to the most life-changing conversation that you've ever had. What is the greatest advice you ever received throughout your career?
It was Jamie Coulter, 1987. Jamie Coulter was a Pizza Hut franchisee. He had 25 Pizza Huts. He lived in Wichita, Kansas. This is the guy that he built those up and sold them. He created Lone Star Steakhouse, Sullivan's, and bought Del Frisco's and blew it all up and was a big public company. Jamie Coulter taught me 1987. I had 4 sub shops. And he taught me if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. People do what you do, not what you tell them. And then he shared with me all his process procedure stuff that had his Pizza Huts, and I adapted into the Jimmy John stores. But the biggest one was if you can't measure it, you can't manage it, know your numbers. Get your numbers, know them. And that was probably the most, that was life-changing for me.
Was the sacrifice worth it to become a billionaire?
Well, I was a billionaire before I sold. Like I had $1 billion when I sold the business because I was making all that money, so I saved the money, right? And I didn't know how to invest, so I bought land and farmland, and I bought gold because I didn't know how to be an investor. So
what do the richest people do with their money? Like you as a billionaire, talk to that person. They don't have a great mentor out there.
Yeah.
Where do you put your money in today's world to make it work for you?
You know, you ask really, really good questions. I do things that I understand. I've got to be able to understand it on a single sheet of paper. I've got to understand what it is, and I got to be able to relate to it. And so real estate for me is really easy. Farm ground, I'm a massive farm owner.
Why is that?
Hold on, that doing things that I understand, simple things that you understand. Like when he's mentioning the paper, I've got to be able to understand it. Laurie and Barbara from Shark Tank, they often mention quite similar things where they say, if I don't understand it in simple sentences, really just 1 to maximum 2, then I just don't get myself involved. So I feel like for our day and age, for our generation, that's a major thing where we tend to start businesses where you don't fully understand, which then leaves you without a vision or clarity as to where to go. You're just dibbling and dallying, and then before you know it, you're, instead of having energy focused and concentrated in one area, your energy is everywhere. You're too diluted. Oh, well, billionaires do it. They've got multiple businesses, and you end up failing because you weren't concentrated in one thing.
Standing on a single sheet of paper. I've got to understand what it is, and I got to be able to relate to it. And so real estate for me is really easy. Farm ground, I'm a massive farm owner.
Why is that?
Because farm ground is really easy to manage. I mean, you have ground, you have land, you have your inputs, you have your seed and all the fertilizers and all those things, and you plant, and then you hope for rain, and then you harvest and you sell. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
So it can be a very profitable piece of real estate to buy.
Oh, for sure, yeah. The farm business has been incredible. And then I also, as far as taking risk, I bet the jockey, not the horse. So I bet the entrepreneur. If I meet somebody that I like a lot and they got the fire and they don't have excuses, because people either perform or they tell you stories. I like to invest in performers. I don't want any stories. I've heard enough.
So I want to go back to 2003 one more time to discuss this real quick. Good. I think 200 locations.
70 failing.
70 failing.
Yeah.
You could have made the decision to go off and sell those locations, but instead you said, I want to turn these around. I want to turn this business around. What was the one thing you implemented to those stores to ensure that they would become profitable?
I changed something. And what I changed is I quit selling them. And I told people, I said, look, if you're going to go in the sandwich business, this is 24/7, 365. And if you're in the cattle business, cattle need to get fed on Sunday. They need to get fed on Christmas Day, and they get sick, and you got to take care of them. I start telling people the truth about the business. It's a lifestyle. It is incredible hard work. It is a grind. So if you're going to do this, you better be ready to be a grinder. Okay, this is not a joke. I mean, flavor costs money, and the flavor you taste in Jimmy John's, it's all that, everything is hand sliced, right? And I only would sell them one at a time instead of selling them an area. I said, I'll give you one. If you like it, great. Then we'll give you a couple more. If you're doing well, great. We'll give you a couple more. It was a reverse pitch, and you know what happened? The more I told people don't do it, guess what people want to do?
They want to do it.
They want to do it. But I was just telling them the truth because I was rich. My kids were young. I didn't need money, and I said, I'm no way I'm ever doing what I just did ever again. And so that was and then so the third 10 years. We opened up 2,500 stores, one at a time.
So there's no work-life balance in order to become a billionaire.
Buddy, there is work-life balance is the biggest line of bullshit that has ever been created. There's no such thing as work-life balance. When you're going to squeeze lemonade out of horse shit, you got to squeeze really, really hard, okay? So there is no work-life balance. It doesn't exist. It's bullshit. There's work-life balance, but to create something from nothing, there is no such thing, right? And going through it all, when you create something this big from nothing, I would say that I survived. Like, look, I went through all the betrayals, all the ripoffs, all the scams, all the things that you have to maneuver to get through and get to where we are now. I survived it. I'm here, and I did it.
Now, the sandwich business is competitive. One of the things that you did differently from everybody else that you became known for was the freaky fast delivery.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of like Arizona Iced Tea founder. We interviewed him as well, Don Voltaggio. He had the 99-cent pricing strategy that became a huge marketing tactic. Did you know at the time that freaky fast delivery would become such a phenomenon that you would be known for and ultimately, differentiate you guys?
It's a great question. So the delivery originally, I couldn't afford A locations because I didn't have the money. A locations, like primo locations, Main and Main. Right. I couldn't afford it. So I took B and C locations. And what delivery did is allowed me to pay B and C rent and do A sales because I went out and hustled. And I went out giving out samples literally on college campuses, like thousands and thousands of samples in a very disciplined way. And that's what nobody knows. That's what nobody knows. But now you know the secret.
How old are you now?
61.
Do you have any regrets?
I don't believe in that shit. I'm going forward. All we got is this moment right now in the present, and I got the future. There's nothing I can do about the past, right? And I fucked up a lot of stuff, okay? I did a lot of stupid shit, but I'm not going there, okay? I've been forgiven. I've forgiven. We're moving forward. So, yeah, I'm done regretting. I'm too old to regret, buddy.
You got amazing advice, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Good to see you.
I have to ask you, I connect with all the billionaires I interview. Can I get your contact?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, you guys. So just to put in perspective how crazy this video actually is, I'm about to interview Charlie Sheen, one of the most iconic and highest paid television and movie actors of all time. A guy that's had some of the most public highs and lows of anybody in the entertainment business. So I'm gonna be interviewing him to figure out how he dealt with that adversity.
This guy's gonna end up being this kid. He's gonna end up being a billionaire, because the network, forget the video, forget the views or the interview. Oh, great! It's just a bunch of advice that most people know already. So it's great for the views, but the network that he's building, oh my goodness me, priceless. Even billionaires themselves don't have that network to be able to have almost like a map connection relationship with all of these billionaires, and you could call any of them.
He came back from it and became one of the richest men in Hollywood. Let's go meet and interview Charlie Sheen, the legend. Come on. What's going on, man? How you doing? Great to see you.
Come, I'll show you where he's at.
How's it going? Nice to meet you. Who wouldn't talk to this guy? Come on.
All right, you guys, so we met Charlie Sheen out there. He's signing some autographs, but any minute now he's going to be coming backstage. We're going to be going out to do the interview. And man, this is a crazy interview, guys. Look, I've interviewed Tom Cruise, I've interviewed Will Smith. So Charlie Sheen is just another legend to add to that list. And I'm going to get his secrets of success at becoming one of the richest men in Hollywood. Come on. Who am I here with today?
Charlie Sheen.
The legend.
Hey.
For those that don't know, how did you make your millions?
Oh, I'm an actor.
So let's go back to 1987 when you're in Wall Street. Give me a lesson about money that you learned that you can instill in the younger generation, because there's a lack of financial literacy that's taught.
When you learn more about me, you'll quickly discover that I'm probably the last person you should be talking about financially. I think it's about just anticipating and never just assuming that the spigot is never going to, get shut off or run dry, or the well, or however you want to look at it. Yeah, just sock some away for a rainy day, because that rainy day can turn into a rainy decade.
You became one of the highest paid actors in television history.
So you do know who I am.
I do,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Let me ask you this. What was the biggest driving factor of your success throughout your career? To stand out in one of the most competitive industries, what was your biggest driving factor of success?
Believe in myself when others didn't. Don't let other people cancel your dreams because they never realized their own.
You know, the fastest way to kill a
deep
big
buzz.
dream is to introduce it to a small mind.
There you go. See, you've got all this stuff on standby. Taking risks, doing things that weren't guaranteed, and just always being open to just explore different genres, different avenues, different opportunities,
You've had an array of roles. You've played a whole bunch of different people. What's the most fascinating thing that you've learned about people throughout your career?
That people will continue to surprise you. Just when you think you've figured people out, you haven't. I don't know. People are a trip. I mean, I'm one myself, and I haven't figured myself out. But as an actor, you do have to study people in order to be able to play them. So you got to be observant. And I think that's just about staying open to the variety that life puts in your path. Today was very people heavy. Were you in there?
I was.
Did you see what was going on?
A lot of people in there.
A lot of people in there, yeah. But from all different walks,
Right.
I think at the end of the day, I think most people mean well. I think most people are well-intentioned. Would you agree or disagree?
I think for the most part, people are.
I think so.
I think so too. Most people are well intentioned, but I find it very interesting from his perspective. In order to be able to play someone, you need to study someone, just like he said. And now I'm curious as to what degree or what ability has developed within himself to be able to analyze and study someone. Say, for example, you meet someone for 5 minutes, for 1 minute. I feel like he's become almost a specialist of being able to see, who's this person? What is he like? Should I interact with them? Are they friendly? Are they not? Are they a snake? Will they betray? I feel like whilst he's talking to you, he's decoding all of these things already about you, and the average person has no clue. So I feel like it's a unique talent that actors end up having due to the profession that they've had or built.
People are well-intentioned. Would you agree or disagree?
I think for the most part, people are.
I think so.
But
yeah.
there are definitely people that do have those hidden intentions.
Oh, absolutely.
You've seen that firsthand.
Oh, yeah, more than I should probably have been subjected to or forced to suffer.
You had a lot of public highs and a lot of public lows.
Sure.
What was the most interesting lesson that you learned through all of that?
Hollywood may have, put me in an extended timeout or banished me, but they couldn't put my brain in a timeout. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't give up on yourself.
I didn't give up on myself.
The most important person who believed in yourself was you.
This is true.
Let's talk to somebody at rock bottom right now. What is an actionable step they can take if they think it's all over? You didn't give up on yourself.
I did not.
What's an advice to somebody in that position right now that can really, really help them?
Just to know that it's never too late to get a fresh start.
What's the best advice you ever got throughout your career?
Oh my God. From my dad, probably. Yeah.
What did your dad teach you?
No matter what, you have to honor your word. Because the one thing that we don't do, or something I notice, is that we tend to break a lot of promises to ourselves. And I always tell people, man, if you treated your friends the way you treat yourself, you wouldn't have any friends. And so I think that's something that people really have to think about. Stop letting themselves down and taking care of everyone else.
There's so much value in that.
It's okay to put yourself first.
How old are you now?
60.
If me and you died tomorrow and you
Right.
had one more guiding principle to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
DFSU, tattooed on my finger.
What does that mean?
Don't fuck shit up. It's pretty sound advice.
I
you know?
appreciate you, Charlie. This
Amazing.
was amazing, man.
Awesome.
Give me a hug, man.
Thank
This
you.
appreciate you, man. Guys, that's a wrap on today's video. We just interviewed the legend.
Let's see the comment section real quick. Dave Ramsey is one cool dude. Same message for 30 years. You can't argue with consistency and success. That's deep, man. Smart. Oh, I've seen the videos from this channel. Smart money, bro. Wow, I love it. I absolutely love it. May God bless you, sir. This video was truly inspirational for me. I can't lie. Everyone got something to say about Dave Ramsey, but he's got like $1 billion plus in assets. He owns completely no debt. Oh Jesus, 100%. Jesus Christ is king indeed. Bro collects billionaires like infinity stones. I hear it. I was saying in the video, like, his network is just gonna be insane, man. It's already insane, but give it like what, half a decade, his network, no joke. Dave Ramsey is how I became financially stable. I agree, man. I agree. I can't lie. He influenced me a ton. I remember when I was just addicted to consuming his content back then. Dave Ramsey has created more millionaires than just about anyone else on planet Earth. 100%. This was truly inspirational. I want to hear from you. Where are you currently in your financial journey? Do you enjoy watching financial content? That's a good telltale sign. If you don't, then I highly encourage you to watch more. But get your finances right. Limited debt. And yeah, if you have any questions for me, let me know in the comment section down below which video I should check out next. Please like the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless.